What is going on, Marvel Rivalers? It is your boy, Chaos Pro and Skinny Lad, Chris. Chris, we are the hosts of the Marvel Rivals podcast. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing glorious.
Glorious.
I'll be honest.
Yeah?
I think this week is the most fun I've had in Marvel Rivals in a while.
Really? Why is that?
I think so. I don't know. It's a mix of I don't know, just a mix of some tourney stuff, which we can talk about a little bit,
Okay.
and just the new game mode. I don't know. Just overall, I think it's been a lot more fun.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of there with you. I'm you know me though. I enjoy the game overall. I can play the game
Yeah.
for countless hours. But we've got a great episode for you guys today because we're going to be tackling a couple of things. And most of the podcast today is going to be giving you guys our internal thoughts on the current meta, with a tier list that we usually try to always give a tier list, when the new seasons are out. We still have a month in the, of the season to, kind of go on. So we kind of want to give you guys our perspectives. Keep in mind, Chris and I are both Eternity level players that liked to run a podcast for all levels and all people for fun because, we like to be the number one Marvel Rivals podcast. There it is. I got it there today. So
You got it.
yeah, but so today's episode, we've got some fun things. We're going to be talking about the brand new skins and some other goodies that are coming this week and in the following. We're going to be talking briefly about the brand new game mode. Me and Chris also have a surprise little kind of announcement slash kind of like not an announcement, something, more of an accomplishment we did. And the tier list. So, Chris, I think it's only just right if we tell them, let me just say this to you. Congratulations on, how well you did in the tournament, by the way.
Oh yeah, and I'd like to congratulate you as well. And it makes it even easier thanks that we were playing in it together.
Oh yeah. Hey, I forgot you were there, even though you were side by side.
Almost didn't see you.
So
away from me.
So Chris and I decided to team for the Marvel Rivals Championship, the MRC tournament, open qualifiers. We literally did it just for fun, and we have a group of 6 people that we don't really ever play any more than 4 players. We always play at 3 people at max whenever we play ranked. We try to 3-stack as much as we can. I'm going to give away our goodies. We try to always just fill a tank role, a DPS role, and a healer role. Typically, I'm a flex on the team. I play all the roles if need be. I just kind of teeter. Chris is usually our what do they call it? Not regional tank, but our what is it? Our residential.
Yeah, I'm the resident tank.
The resident
tank
tank yeah. So Chris is usually our tank, and I for the most part, I would say I play usually 90% tank myself. If not, I'm usually filling the the healer role, or every once in a blue moon, I feel the DPS role if needed. But me and Chris decided to do this tournament. Keep in mind, we didn't practice for this tournament at all. All we did was just play ranked. And Chris and I went 10-0 in the open qualifiers. We literally didn't even drop a match. And it was pretty funny because we were just kind of, if you only heard our communications and
I would actually think, I feel bad for any of our opponents that, if they ever could hear our comms that we were saying to each other, it's not even, never once is it related to the actual game.
There were times where we were literally just making, there was 5 minutes of just us just making random cat noises and stuff, or some kind of noise.
It's just your brain rot.
So
there was a game where every time we saw a character, we would just go.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun, and so we qualified. I think what the peak it said it was 47 ranked team or something like that. So
our peak was 43.
43, but then once the actual tournaments settled, we were 50 something. I forget. It was at 50 something, but for the most part, yeah. So for the most part, we got the max amount of points. I think it's 30 points. You get 3 points for a win. You can only play 10 games, and we went as far as getting 10 straight wins in a row. I think our hardest match was our first match, and then the Wakanda match. That was like those are our two hardest ones.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
but yeah, for the most part, it was a good time, and now we're shored into the top 128 double elimination bracket. We're guaranteed. I think on winner's side, we might even have a bye, so we might even get like 64th place or something. I don't even know, but
Yeah, I don't know. I know we have whatever tournament's happening on Saturday
right,
this week. We don't even have to play in it, and then we play on Sunday
yeah,
instead. Like we can just skip it.
yeah. So there's closed qualifiers now for those that I guess they're doing a top 500. Is that right, or is it top 500, or is it like a top 128 to
I think
120
it's
250?
128. It's 120. It's 256, 128, 64.
I see. So yeah, there's another tournament going on this weekend for those that didn't qualify. In the top 128, they have to try to qualify to get in. There's about 2,000 teams that signed up, and yeah, we're like 50th seed or something. So I'm chilling, dude. I like it was pretty funny because we just kind of like we went through our matches and that was it, and we were like, all right, well, we'll see you guys next week. So yeah, so that was cool, man, and I'm really excited because I'm a retired tournament esports player. Like I don't do tournaments anymore. Like I did Halo tournaments, I did professional Fortnite, I did a lot of other Smash Bros tournaments and fighting games. I'm retired, and so I just said, why not? I want to get the achievement for the in game and look how far
Get
we
the
went.
spray, get the achievement, and somehow get 128.
Yeah, it's almost as if we didn't even leave. I didn't even retire. But with that being said, pretty cool for us to do that. So today, when we give our tier list, we're giving our tier list today from top 50 team player eternity level per mindset. So we're correct now officially. No, I'm just joking.
We're correct now. Yeah, everyone's wrong but us now.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, everyone's wrong with us. No, I'm just teasing. But so today we're gonna go ahead and just talk about the skins real quick because there is some really cool things to note that are coming in the next week. You guys really are gonna want to capitalize on this. So off the rip, we have the Volt, the 616 Volt, Chris. They are bringing back some of the old skins. Did you see this?
I remember you told me just before we started this. I did not hear about this at all,
Yeah.
and I think it's kind of interesting that they're just bringing it back.
Yeah, they're bringing back the Christmas skins. So like the rocket.
I'm surprised they're bringing them back so early.
Yeah, they're bringing like the Christmas skins one.
Yeah, only halfway through until we would get it again, and they're just giving it away.
Yeah, so they have like the Christmas ones and like the ones that everyone really wants, the season 0 Hawkeye and Captain America. So I believe that they are going to be coming out, and they're only going to be out for a week. It's called the Volt. They like Marvel Rivals hasn't even been out for realistically 4 or 5 months, and they already have a Volt.
I think it's about to hit. It's about to hit its full 6 months mark. Yeah.
Dude, they already have a Volt, as if like it's been around. It's been gone for 10 years.
It's only 6 months.
So good to know that we have a Volt. But yeah, there's a bunch of things in there. So if you guys didn't get
actually, that is a good point.
Yeah,
This will happen in the future again, probably.
Yeah, if you guys did not get those skins, make sure you get them now, man. Cough up the cough up your savings that you guys are saving for the tariffs. Okay, so I'm sorry. These are coming back. They're coming for your pennies. So make sure you. I mean, I have all of them, so I'm not worried. But yeah, I would say if you guys want to get those skins, definitely the Hawkeye and the Captain America. Now is the time. I'm kind of bummed because I have them and I bought them originally because I thought they were going to be like time exclusive.
Really rare.
Yeah, so I hope that we get like some kind of variant down the road or something that like gives like, hey, like you had the OG. That's just me.
You know what I'm thinking about? I think I know what the rare skins in the game are gonna be, and me and you both have it.
The betas and the alpha.
There's like 3 in my mind that I think are the rarest right now, in terms of like time limited ones. Is the alpha, the beta skins,
Scarlet Witch, and the Venom.
And yeah, Blue Venom and White Witch, and the third is the Moon Knight from Season 0 competitive.
Actually, there is one more that you're forgetting.
Which one?
The
Because that Moon Knight
Spider-Man
one's pretty rare.
PlayStation beta exclusive.
Oh, the Scarlet
I have
Spider.
it. I have it.
You have it?
I do, but I can't get it on my main account. I have a PS5 and I had a
Oh well,
code.
yeah. I
uh,
actually, I do also have it as well, but I can't play with it.
yeah, I hope that they allow us to bridge our skins over at some point, cuz I have the Scarlet Spider skin for the PS5. But I just can't simply play it because you know, I'm on PC. But yeah, that one is cool. I hope that they bridge that over. That would be nice. But yeah, so there's also some other skins that are coming out and ones that you can get for only a limited time. Make sure you guys get the tic-tac-toe skin. They just recently had an update where they now allow you guys to get your like, you can do up to 5 sprays, I think, at a time. And so you can play tic-tac-toe with the enemy on the enemy team. So Jeffs, I know how much you guys love to backline, go find the other Jeff and go have a good time with them and go play tic-tac-toe. And then yeah, but that's like a limited, I think, time. There's only going to be out for a short amount of time on the spray. And then they're releasing the, what are they called? Frontier, what is it? Foundation? What is it?
Oh, Future Foundation.
Future Foundation skins, where these are cool because they're actually 2 skins in one, technically. These skins that come for Mr. Fantastic, the Thing, Invisible Woman, and then even in the I think the video here, I've seen a video of this.
There's a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man in the back. So
Mhm.
these look like they turn into different colors from black to white. Super cool. I have the Mr. Fantastic one where he's got like the goggles and stuff. But yeah, really cool. And they stay inside of those colors whenever, even from game to game. I think like if you're in the black version, you'll stay in the black version next game until you emote again. But for the most part, make sure you guys capitalize on that. That being said, we kind of spent a little bit too much time on the skins. I want to talk quickly about Ultron. Actually, you know what? Before we go any further, if you guys can, please don't forget to like and subscribe to me and Chris. We bring you guys this podcast every single week. This is episode 41. This is we're getting close to the 50 mark, Chris. Kind of a big deal.
I go every time. We're like one more. We're close to 30. We're close to 40.
Hey,
we're close to 50.
We're one
It's
more
true.
closer to 50 than
You're not wrong.
So, but yeah, so a new Ultron mode. I've got to be honest. What are your internal thoughts on this, Chris? So have you gotten to play it?
Ultron mode? Yes, I love it.
You love it. What's your thoughts real quick? I want to ask, what are you running?
Okay. Originally, I was running 6 tanks, which I
Right.
thought was pretty fun. I got kind of bored of it. And
Yeah.
keep in mind, I did not lose with it.
Right.
Like, it was kind of broken, I think, at the time, because not many people knew how to counter it.
Right.
But then it got kind of boring. To be fair, like if you play the same like characters every time, it gets kind of boring.
Right.
So then I started 2-2-2, and that is also really good.
Yeah. I'm actually running 1 tank, 2 DPS, 3 healers right now.
Oh, I've seen a lot of people run that.
I find that to be really fun. I'm a big fan of Venom in this mode. I really enjoy playing Venom. I love getting the King in Black, where he scales and he gets really gigantic. I think it's so cool. I like doing that a lot. I like running a lot of Black Widow, and Black Widow's probably one of my favorite heroes to run because of her ability to get faster shooting rate and by 80% in her magazine. And then she also has a scaling ability where whenever she hits a final hit, she gets like 5 more damage stronger. I really like doing that because she's just basically like a mini turret where you just put her in the back and she's pa 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 pa, and she's just absolutely annihilating the field. I'm enjoying the mode. What's like the highest placement that you've hit so far? You got to top 500, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nice. Sick. I have not hit top 500. I came like 1 game away, and then I had to go to work. I was like, I gotta get off. And then I kind of I've been playing it casually here and there, but I really enjoy this mode. I hope that they keep it more permanent or make it its own client. I would like to see more of this. Maybe give the down the road, maybe give them more abilities for more customizations. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, I think all they can really do to make the mode more interesting is there will be a character every month starting next season.
Right?
And I think just adding new upgrades,
Yeah.
like new perks, just like switching them out every like couple days or something. Keep it fresh.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I do like I like that you rotate between 6 heroes. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of really cool combos. I kind of do hate the fact that you can just like swap out your heroes so easily. Like tanks, like if I just need another tank, it's not hard to get because there's such little amounts of tanks and healers. It's like not hard to hit the healer or the tank that you need if you already are running like full tanks. If you run like 6 tanks and you need that other tank, like you could just swap them out and you'll be almost near guaranteed to like hit the hero that you actually need. But what I do enjoy is the some of the combos. I do forget that team ups are a thing in this mode. I've been hit with the Doctor Strange and Scarlet before. Super slept on. I slept on that, and I slept on Jeff and Storm Tornado. That one just destroyed me. So, any other
Yeah.
any thoughts or anything else you want to add before we get onto the tier list?
Um, I think you should get more points for winning.
I agree. I do think you should take a little bit more of a hit too for
Yeah,
losing.
I think if you lose, it should be a heavier hit, but I think if you win, it should be a lot gained because only because the matches are so long.
Right. No, I would agree.
That's it.
I would definitely agree. Uh let me see here. So yeah, I would agree. So we're gonna go ahead and drop into the tier list because tier lists tend to take us a little bit of a long time. And now that Chris and I are professional tournament players, we wanted to give you our professional. I'm just joking. I'm not that cocky. I'm totally teasing. Watch, I take a foot, but I get a yard. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over to this. I mean, I am getting some ads on this website, so I'm gonna try to do my best to block them out as much as I can. But so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the tier list. You can see this, Chris.
Yes.
Okay. So today we're going to be going over our thoughts on who do we think is the best current heroes in the current meta now that Ultron is in the game. So without further ado, we're going to just basically put S tier as in broken, A tier and below, and as things kind of fodder out, keep in mind we are not always correct. So please, if you guys can, in the comments below, like I ask every time, keep it friendly. You don't got to be negative, but it's okay to be wrong. And what I mean is we're always right. You guys are wrong. No, I'm just joking. But no, but we're gonna start it off with Adam. Adam, Chris, where do you think Adam is right now in the current meta? How are you feeling about this hero?
I think he's I don't know. I think he's pretty good. I think he's still really good. It's kind of just like he's still in that area I think where it's like with res comp he's like one of the best, but without it he's kind of just like mid.
Yeah, you know what my thoughts on him are. I
Mm.
personally think that Adam right now is kind of a sleeper S tier, but I'm not gonna put him in S. I'm gonna put him probably at A. I think he's a good support. The reason why I think he's a sleeper though is because he is a mini version of Hela in the sense that he's really good at, his single shot, hits and all of that. Dive is a little less around, so, even though he's good, he can be good against dive. He in general is just, he has a good team up with Star-Lord. He can shoot flyers. We're in a flyer meta right now. He's actually pretty decent. If you're really good on Adam, which not a lot of people are, but if you're really good on Adam, you can get good value with him right now in the flyer meta that we're in, especially because Hela is banned a lot. Personally, I think is it okay to put him at A?
Yeah.
I think, do you think that, because I find that even like when we were doing the tournaments, I wanted to ban him, or we all wanted to ban him. We don't want to deal with Rez. Plus, Star-Lord is really good against flyers as well. He's really, really, really good at the closer range fights against flyers if you're able to hit those awkward angles and do really well. And he only enables Star-Lord to be even better. Black Panther, Chris. The man, the truth, the legend.
F. Absolutely, he's F.
He's just not in a good spot. I'm gonna be honest, dude. This character, even though he's an F, in my honest opinion, he's like one of the worst heroes in this game. Still one of the most frustrating things to fight against, regardless. Like a good Black Panther is just annoying. They're just annoying.
Like, he's annoying, but I just feel bad that, like, okay, you know what feels weird? I think in season 0 was like the only time he's been nerfed, right?
Right. His health.
And he's just never recovered.
I don't want them to ever touch him. They're going to.
I think they need, at one point. You know what they need to do? They need to rework his passive.
They need to give him that explosion effect.
Yeah, they need to give him like a reward for getting that, like, the purple buildup when you're low health. Because like,
I'm pretty sure
when you're low health, you just leave.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna give that to him eventually, and it'll probably most likely be a. It'll probably be a what is it called? A team up, maybe? I can see that being a team up.
Yeah, I don't know. He needs it. Yeah, he's just such a terrible spot right now.
I would agree. I would 100% agree. Black Widow. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put her at B.
Yeah, I think A or B is fine.
You think A? Well, give me your thoughts.
I think she, with the team up, I think she's A. I think without it, she's probably B. I think she's pretty good.
You think she's really good?
Yeah, I think she's.
I've been seeing more of them lately.
Only because there's so many flyers that I think she just thrives.
You want to put him? I'm okay with being controversial on this and just going A.
I don't even think that's that crazy. I think most people would agree because only because flyers are so good right now.
Yeah, I'll put her at A. I think she is strong. I see a lot more of her now, obviously. And then, any kind of damage boost, if she only scales up higher. Her team up's really solid. Punisher's really good. She's a great alternative right now because flyers are usually sitting ducks, and she can just really keep them out of the sky, So I would agree. Mr. Bruce Banner.
Okay, can I be honest? I don't know where I'd put Hulk because I feel like I've never seen one.
I think he's good, but I feel like
I rarely ever see them.
I'm gonna put him at B for now, okay? And here's the thing: he got downgraded on the team up for Namor. Namor, I would say, isn't the greatest against flyers. So to run the dive Namor strat, like Iron Man, Ultron, they kind of just really beat up on the squids. So running Hulk kind of feels forced because also Hulk is good against flyers. He's like the one of the few tanks that can really deal with flyers. And I do think that he's a lot stronger. I'm kind of tempted to put him at A as well because he's one of the few tanks that are really, really, really good at flyers. But my problem though is that I don't really know where to slot him other than that. I mean, he's stronger and he's better because of his speed boost and all that. He has better cooldown management. My only thing is that Emma still exists and Emma just beats him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think B is appropriate, or do you think you want to put him at A?
I think B.
B is safe. Yeah, I think that's a safe pick. Oh man, this one breaks my heart. Captain America.
Actually, wait. You know what? Let's put Hulk in A.
You want to put him in A?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't really have a lot of bad per se matchups, but I don't know. He's not terrible. but and he is still good brawl. I take that back. He is probably A because he still can do a lot of damage to double shields. Where he's a punching based tank. He can go in, punch Magnetos, punch Doctor Stranges. He does really well in that aspect. He does lose to Emma pretty hard. Groot can be somewhat challenging a little bit too because a good Groot will know how to wall off, a Hulk's jump pretty well. If you are able to stun a Hulk or if you're able to CC the Hulk, Groot can really make it hard for the Hulk to retreat at times. From what I've always learned, but he is good against flyers. But at the same time, he can also still lose to flyers just as easy. Because he's obviously a tank with no genuine like good projectile other than his stun that you can only hit so often. But yeah, Captain America, I'm gonna be honest, I want to put him at like D or C.
I mm, I think he's honestly I think he's B. I think he's still pretty strong. I just don't think he's as strong anymore.
The only reason why I say C is because he with the flyer meta, I feel like he struggles. He doesn't have options to deal with them. He struggles against that. His shield breaking now and takes 4 seconds to start recharging also kind of feels kind of lousy. Why would you say B though? Like where would you slide him into a comp?
I feel like because there are a lot of flyers, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like this is also why I think Hulk is kind of good or
Uh-huh.
like really good right now. But there's a lot of flyers, but that also means that if like a Cap is running in and if you have like a Luna Snow, right, or something,
Right.
he can just run in and kill her because
That's
there's not
that's
a lot
true.
of grounded characters to stop him.
That's actually true.
Unless unless he's like hard focused, but I feel like most of the time if you're like a really good Cap player or if you have like a dive comp with Cap, you easily can just kill backline with flyers in the air.
My only problem with that is that if they are running triple support, he does tend to fall off a little bit.
Mhm.
But that's about it. You want to put him at B? I'll put him at B. I think that's being a little gracious. I will be honest, but we can put him
Yeah,
at
I think I'm giving a little grace.
B. Cloak and
A little bit.
Dagger. Oh god, this character.
Cloak.
C
I'm
D. I don't think she's good. She's good for
not
flyers,
honest.
but I
I
just
think
you just don't want to run this hero ever.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's actually not that bad right now.
This character's Dookie Waters, bro. Magneto, it just destroys her. Hawkeye destroys her. Iron Man destroys her.
Yeah,
She's just there's not a good spot for her right now in this current meta. That's just my opinion.
I honestly think like B. For being real.
B? What the?
Yeah, I think B. I think B.
Oh, Chris, I'm losing you here.
I think B. I don't know. I feel like it's so team dependent though.
I don't
Because
think
if
she's
they're
that
running
good.
like Mag Iron Man, you will just never live. You're permanently like in the grave. But
You put her a B.
yeah,
You gotta give
I
me
think she'd be like lowest of B.
lowest of B. Oh, I don't know if I agree with this. I feel like she just gets too hard zoned.
Maybe.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
put her
know.
C. I'm gonna put her C. I think C is. She's in the middle. Is that fair?
I think she's B. We could. I'm fine with her being C though.
All right. You know what? We're gonna rock paper scissors.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna flip a coin. Coin flip. All right. This is what we're doing. Heads. She's in B. Tails. She's in C. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I hate you.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
telling you, I feel like she's not that terrible, but she's like,
She's not the worst healer. I mean, she does well against for healing. I would say she. The thing is though is that because she's a flyer, or because if there are flyers in this meta, that means that they have to come down to her ult.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like most supports won't even be like C because they're so like just supports are just the way they are.
That's fair. All right, Doctor Strange. Actually, I think this character is back at S.
Okay, I don't know if he's S. I think he
This has got to be the worst tier list we've ever done.
was it. This one's got to be like actually cursed.
Scuffed.
Okay, let me think. I honestly, I think he's B.
You think he's B, even with his upgrades?
I think so. I think only because one, flyers are kind of annoying to deal with Strange sometimes. I don't know actually. I think like from my perspective, I think he's either like really low A or like B.
I'm gonna be honest. I think he's an A spot, like confidently A, because right now with Flyers have a hard time getting away from his ult. For the most part, like he can hit them pretty confidently, drop them down. His blast is a lot stronger now too. Double shield meta is really strong. I think he hits a lot more like a truck. Teleportations right now on maps also feel just really important. He's just always going to have that. I feel like he's not the best tank, but he's definitely like I think a top 4 tank right now, or at least something that you want to be running or you can run and you don't feel bad using them.
Yeah.
But you're the Strange player. You play him more than I do.
I know. I think it's only because like I think Emma is still kind of just like cancer to fight against as
Right.
Strange.
I would agree.
And flyers are also just annoying for him. So is Punisher, which is like played a lot this season. Hella. Strange actually isn't that bad in Hella. Strange is pretty good in Hella.
Strange isn't bad in Della, yeah. It's doable.
But I don't know. I feel like there's just so many things that are annoying for him this season.
That's fair. I mean, the
truly
Punisher
feel
makes
like
a
he'd
lot of
be,
sense.
I think like really low A.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that.
I think the buffs were nice, but he's just kind of unfavorable meta.
So, okay, now we're on to Groot. Groot, the man, the myth, the tree. Still, you think S tier? No, I think he's also A because
I think he's
flyers.
like, I think front of A.
Yeah, I think he's front of A. I think he's still really strong. Flyers take away his game plan. His nerfs take away his game plan a little bit as well. But still, such a formidable tank to kind of go up against. Really, 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 kind of a nuisance for the most part. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think.
with the right bans, he will thrive. Like Groot can be unstoppable if you ban the right things.
All right, Hawkeye, S tier. What?
He's so stupid. I hate Hawkeye.
Hella S tier. Am I wrong?
Easy S tier.
S tier.
I hate that those characters are just like. I couldn't believe my eyes when Guang said, "We're buffing Hala."
Yeah, I was kind of like in my mind thinking, what are we doing here? I mean, her just having 10 more ammo? Like, what the heck? Hawkeye, I'm bunching these together because they're just kind of like the dynamic duo. Hawkeye right now, it's like they didn't really change him realistically because they of his anchor was his seasonal bonus is gone. So he's kind of like in the same spot. Like he normally was. But the team up as well. The team up right now, so jank. It's he still one shots things, which is already not fun to be up against. And now he
Yeah.
can freeze things and then one shot him. Like, come on, bro. Granted, we have a Hawkeye and Hella player on our team. Like we have them. Like, it is what it is. We run with it. But if I'm being really unbiased, although we run these players on our team, or we have these kind of guys on our team, and they're good at what they do, I still don't agree with these heroes in this current game. Hela is I'm okay with dealing with Hela's, but Hawkeye's frustrating as hell. But yeah, I think they're just S tier right now, without a doubt, uncontested.
Yeah, they're so strong right now.
Yeah.
Just insane.
Human Torch. Where would you place him? I feel like
Honestly,
he's just non-existent now.
yeah, we haven't really seen much of him. I have. I've seen a few of them, but I think he's like a safe B, like low B or C.
I'm gonna put him at C.
Not it's not that great. Not like terrible either. He's still pretty good. He's
It's
just
not bad. It's just, but I don't think he has a place right now.
the nerfs definitely hit him.
Yeah, I think this character is just deleted, bro, and rightfully so. Invisible Woman. I think she is S
I think
tier
she's S. Yeah,
without a doubt. She's, in my
he is
opinion,
so good.
the best healer next to Luna and Loki. I think she provides what you want on a team. She's great against flyers. She's great against, even if you have a dive comp, she's really good against that. Great ultimate. She can drag down flyers. She can get flyers. She pull them or push them away. She can mess up people's ultimates with her push. She, right now, in my opinion, is great with her shield. She can protect flyers. She can protect tanks. She's got the kit you want in a hero. Personally, she's one of my top 3 favorite heroes to play in the game, and not a lot of people actually know that. I love playing this hero, even though sometimes I get a little claustrophobic playing her because I'm very far into how I play her. I think she's a blast. She is an absolute hoot, and I think everyone should learn how to play this hero. Mr. Iron Fist.
Honestly, like B.
Yeah.
He's all right.
He has nerfs kind of made him take a hit, and I feel like you don't really see a whole lot of him still. And every once in a while, the true hardcore Iron Fist, players, they're still making it work. They know how to play the character. They kind of took a hit with the alt, not the alt, the nerfs to his hero, but ultimately, yeah, I think he's still usable. It's just not really. He was really good against flyers too, but his nerfs to his verticality on his thing.
That's such a strange nerf to get rid of his movement.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of, I don't know, needed if It did seem like they were preemptively trying to protect the flyers for this meta because he was going to be all over them. I will say I play a lot of Ultron, and I've got over 20 plus hours on Ultron already, and I am Lord. Iron Fist is about the scariest thing on Ultron. You feel hopeless against him. You have to hit perfect shots, and the hard part is that he can pretty much decide when to parry at any time and get the full amount out of an Ultron shot. Ultron just feels so scary to fight against an Iron Fist. It is so, like, you just feel hopeless. If you don't have your other healer helping you, Iron Fist is going to be all over you. Iron Man.
I think he's S.
You think he's S tier?
Yes.
I think he's E, dude. I think he's Dookie. I'm just joking. I'm totally joking.
I was about to say, actually, you know what? No, I can't say he's S.
I think he's A, honestly.
I think he's A because Hela is S.
Yeah, I mean, if you get rid of these two, I still think that he can be. He's good. He's got a place right now in the game. Even though it's a flyer meta, I still think that there's a lot of things that kind of weigh him down at a higher level. But I definitely don't think it's not like a bad thing to be an A. I think that he's like an A or an S. He has a lot of great options this season. He can get rid of a lot of ults. He has really, good, just positioning, the way you want to play him. It's just there's also still a lot of things that can interfere with him. But I don't know. I'm tempted to put him in S, Chris.
Iron Man?
Yeah. I feel like if we don't put him in S,
to me he feels like he's A only because Hela's S. If that makes sense.
I feel like we're gonna get roasted in the comments if we don't put him in S tier.
He's real. Don't get me wrong though. He's really strong this season. He's
He
just
he is strong. I mean, he's even getting banned at times. What do you want to do
yeah.
here? What do you want to do?
I think he's A. My heart is telling me A.
I'll put him at A. I'll put him at A. It's safe to put him in A. Just secretly know I wanted to put him in S. Secretly.
Jeff. Mm, what-
Chris, I think this is the most we've ever like not contradicted each other, but like we've disagreed on like actual
Yeah,
tier.
this time around we actually have like we're not on the same track this time. We actually
I do think that that's not a bad thing because that means that this meta that we're in is very flavorful. There's a lot of fun things to be playing in this meta, and it's really hard to play certain things. So I think it's fair to have a disagreement, like a healthy disagreement on some, but
yeah.
it's not necessarily our fault. It's just how the meta is right now is it's still early to some degree, and it's still very it's very, there's a lot of good and bad right now. It's hard to weed out what is and what isn't where. So, but Mr. Jeff, I think Jeff's a B tier or an A tier player right now.
Actually I completely agree. I think I don't know. I feel like he's well actually here wait. I might even put him do you think he's A?
I think
I
he's
feel like
A.
I think he's A because of Storm.
I that and his piercing heals now.
Yeah.
I was saying this, and
I just feel like he might
I
be A only because of to me. I'd put him A just because of the Storm team up.
I said this the other day to one of our teammates. I was like, Jeff is like way too strong. Like the damage output for his heals, like that pierce through, or it's just too good. And they're like, "You're a lunatic for saying that." I'm like, "Why?" And like, they're like, "Oh, like, dude, like, it's not that much." And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I'd be getting like final hitted by Jeff's more than ever, and they're healing their teammates." And I'm not saying that Jeff's like absolutely super. Like, I'm not saying the damage is really, really, really like broken or strong, but I will say that piercing heals, if positioned right, as you're healing your teammate and you're helping them damage, it's definitely helpful. It's not unnoticeable. It's definitely there.
Yeah.
It's strong. I would say A. I think for once Jeff actually is being played a lot more. I'm seeing him a lot more in matches. His
Oh,
survivability sure is not as huh?
I said he's all over the place. I see him in so many games.
Yeah, I mean he's a lot. He's being played a lot more, and on top of it, he has a team up with literally the best team up that has ever existed in this game. The Storm Tornado is just too good. It's in my opinion, it is on par with the Res comp in terms of how good it is.
I completely agree. It's unfortunate. Just the only way to stop it is to go Iron Man, or else it's GG's. Like
Yeah, yeah. You can shoot it
it's
as a team,
unfortunate.
but you have to be fast and you have to hide behind your shields or take high ground. I personally, I mean, flyers can deal with it pretty well because they just go high up, right? They don't have to worry technically about it. But 800 health to the tornado is a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Plus, its duration is higher. Going on the second
Yeah.
floors of things is better to do. Like people don't do that enough, against Storm. Like they hear Storm, they just sit there and panic. Like just take high ground.
Yeah.
But
Okay. These two, Loki and Luna, I think we can just do another bunch up into S tier.
yeah, you know what's funny? I I'm of the opposing thought on Loki. I think Loki's an A technically. I think Loki struggles against he struggles against flyers and to heal flyers, but at the same time, like his value is just too good because you just copy.
I think just copying Luna is just still like the most broken thing ever. Just two
Yeah.
Luna ults is still just crazy.
Lamps are still good. He does lose to like Iron Man pretty hard though. Like Iron Man beats him. There's a lot that beats him out. Like the Iron Man beats the clones. He beats the lamps. He's really really good against. I would say Loki in general. Loki doesn't really have an escape plan due to the AOE. Like even if he wants to go invisible or if he wants to teleport, Iron Man can kind of just freely hit him from range or hit him, keeping him on his toes. It's a really good character. But I still think Loki is Yeah, I would agree. Loki and Luna right now. Luna especially. Luna, in my
Yeah,
honest
Luna
opinion,
is
Luna
really good.
Luna is the number one support right now, in my opinion. And she's just stronger. She's better. She has a team up with the most broken bow and arrow shooter in the entire game. Yeah, dude. I mean, what's there to say? She got technically a buff. It wasn't even a nerf; it was a buff. Like they're like, oh, like her all takes
No,
longer to get.
and keep in mind, no one asked for this.
No one asked for this.
It's similar to me to like, because you know what? I'm sure there's people who have like tuned in after, like before we started playing, like maybe they started watching past season 1 or something, right?
Right.
During the alpha and the beta, especially the alpha, like Hella, Luna, and like some of the other characters have always been broken. Like these characters are broken since the dawn of time of this game.
I'm gonna be.
So that's why I'm astonished when these characters get buffed. Like I almost can't believe it.
I'm gonna say this, and I want people in the comments to just kind of take what I'm saying here. Like, you guys have to understand that, like, some of the things that we're saying right now about some of these heroes, I just need to reassure this. Some of the things that we're saying about some of these heroes, I can full-heartedly see that there's going to be a lot of disagreements, and people are like, oh, I can't believe what I'm listening to. I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing about these heroes. Like, there's no way that they believe this. It's this game right now, this meta is the most, like, I think this is the most unique meta I think we've ever really had in a long time. Like, this is new territory for me, at least. Like, I've been playing a lot of Magneto, and even for me, I find myself like, in my opinion, I think Emma and Magneto are like the best tanks, right? And for me, I'm standing here and I'm like playing Magneto, and I'm like, what do I even use my ult for right now? Like, I'm trying to figure out where is my place in this, and I should be the best tank, like, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying, Chris? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that feel out of misplace, even though certain characters are really good. There are certain things right now where things are out of place, and it's to be explored. There's a lot of exploring right now with this being a new meta, new balances, new heroes, all that kind of stuff. It's different. So take everything we say with a grain of salt and just enjoy. But I will say Magic is in a horrible place.
Okay, I thought okay, same thing for Panther. I thought last season was bad for Panther and Magic. This season, like, genuinely unplayable. Like,
Yeah, I will be gracious.
I
I'll say
feel
she's
bad
E.
for
I'll put her at E.
no, no, no.
I would
She's
say
so no, she's F. Don't even try to give her any grace. She's so bad.
she's pretty bad right now. I feel bad for her, but I dread the day we get her back on meta.
Yes, so in such a rough spot.
Magic in meta is one of the scariest things in this game.
That's gonna be a little scary. Like when hard dive becomes meta, because it will happen eventually.
I
There will be
prefer,
one mystical season where they're like Spider-Man, Panther, and every dive character gets buffed, and they're like, thing is vaulted. Like that, this season will happen.
I'm gonna say this: I would prefer a flyer meta over a dive meta, 10 out of 10 times.
I think it depends.
I hate dive.
Okay, this is like a little off topic. Okay, how many of like the characters, because there's gonna be 12 a year now, right? Like for the rest of this year, we'll have 6 more characters, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Right.
How many of those characters do you think will be like Thing, where it's like
Basic.
like basic, but his use is like he has a very strict use where it's like he just counters dive.
Oh,
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
I wonder how many characters we're to get that's like, I'm an anti-flyer, I'm an anti-dive.
If they add like something like Deadpool, right? Deadpool screams like a character that is a dive character. Because like, what is dive? Dive is annoying. That is what dive is. Dive is annoying, and dive players know it. People that are getting dove by it know it. Why wouldn't a character, like, if they ever added Deadpool, why wouldn't he be a dive character?
Yeah,
right?
dive is just precision annoyance.
Yeah,
That's all
like,
dive
what
is.
is
It's
what is
just-
Deadpool? What is Deadpool like lore? He's annoying. What is Spider-Man in a lore aspect? He's annoying. You know, so it's like you have to think about it. Like, there are going to be characters that they're going to insert it in here, and it's like it's going to just flop.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because like Ultron, he's not like how he's like if you compare it to Thing, he's not really like Thing, where it's like he doesn't necessarily have like one specific ability that counters.
A specific archetype.
Yeah, like he doesn't have an ability that cancels another ability,
Right.
like one for one, but Thing can just do that.
Like
I wonder
what if they
what the next
added
characters will have.
what if they added a character like say Colossus, right? Like another tank. Very similar to what you think Thing would be, right? Where he's obviously like immovable, or like say they did a Juggernaut where he's immovable, right? Can you imagine two characters that have probably passives like Thing where they can't be CC'd? Can you imagine Thing and like Colossus running at you, or like Thing and Juggernaut running at you where they can't be CC'd? Can you imagine what that would be like in a meta? Like something like that would be like, you know
See,
what? Clip this
that's why
now.
I'm thinking
This
like that's why I'm thinking this. I'm like with all of these new characters getting added, we're at one point there's just gonna be like the most insane comps.
I'm just gonna say this now, dude. Clip that now because I feel like we're gonna go back to that. I'm gonna hard predict that. I'm gonna give that the chaos prediction. But yeah. Okay, so we gotta get back to this tier list. But yeah,
Let's get back. Mag S tier.
S tier,
Easy
without a
S.
doubt. Magneto right now really strong. He gobbles up great ults. Iron Man, Ultron. You know, he can take out Lunas. He can take out Cloak and Daggers. He can destroy Punishers. Punisher's really relevant right now. He can gobble up hella ults. He can gobble up even Hawkeye ults. Like there isn't really something that he isn't terrible at. Like I said earlier though, like I find myself sometimes wanting to use, I don't know what to use my ult for because sometimes the lineup of heroes is very specific. Sometimes you have to make a choice. You have to designate it to one hero. Like I'll be playing in a match and I'll be like, you know what? I'm just going to make it so that I use my ult for Hela every single time and make it so she can't play the game. Then there's times I'm like, I'm going to use my ult to counter the Luna every single time because, I need to. He is in a spot right now where I think if you're not running Magneto or if you're not getting good with Magneto, you're like close to throwing your game. Everyone at this point should have a Magneto, and you should learn the hero. I learned it. I don't enjoy playing Magneto necessarily. I've played he's like my third or fourth most played hero at this moment, and
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of bored of him, honestly. Like I'm bored of him, but he is so good to not have in the game to the point where it's like if I play Magneto, I know we're winning, and I like winning. But I just know that he's not the funnest of kits, but he has so much he just dictates the field so easily. He's just without a doubt S tier. He doesn't really have bad matchups other than maybe tank versus tanks or someone that's trying to rush him down. But other than that, he still holds his ground really well. Mantis, what do you think about Mantis?
Hmm. I don't know. Mantis is kind of interesting. I feel like she might be. Uh, I think like I think I'd either put her really low A.
Really?
Actually, put her semi high B. I don't know if I'm gonna put her A or not.
I don't think she's that great right now, especially with Ultron.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I'm kind of iffy on her.
she's unique. I think I would put her safely. I'd put her C. I think she's good in some things where you want a damage boost, like Widow. She's really good with Widow, obviously. Really, really, really good with Widow. She can be really good with certain comps. Her ult isn't bad, but her ult still loses to a lot, like Storm ult. Storm ult is really good. She just kind of gets destroyed by that.
Mm.
I don't think she's really that great into shield meta necessarily. I don't know. I don't think she's in the greatest of positions. Her heal output isn't fantastic right now. I don't know. I think C is good, but why would you say B?
I don't know. I feel like just because of Widow, and I feel like she's also not. I think she's a pretty good pocket character. I think if you're running like triple res,
Yeah.
and then you have like another flyer like Iron Man, or like if you have like Ultron, I feel like it might not be bad.
Yeah, I can see that. I do want to try her with Ultron. I know that sounds like ludicrous, but I do want to try it. I feel like she could just make Ultron really cool. I haven't gotten to try it yet, and I've been wanting to. Moon
Moon
Knight.
Knight. Okay,
I
I actually feel like he's terrible.
I think he's horrible. He struggles
I think
against
he.
flyers.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he's F or E, E or F.
He's good with Groot, but that's
He
it.
is good with group, but that's his saving. That's like his saving grace. Is I man, it feels
I will
evil to
be
put him that low,
generous.
but I
I'll
really
put
do
him.
feel like he's that bad.
I do feel like he's definitely more playable in my opinion than a Black Panther or a Magic. I'll say that. But
You know what? Let's put him in E.
all right, he'll go E. E
Put
for
him in E.
Moon Knight T.
Moon Knight D.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Moon Knight right now, kind of in a rough spot. You don't really get a whole lot of use with your Onks.
Not not much for him to
A
do,
lot of the tanks right
realistically.
now can just kind of, they don't really have to worry about it. I see a lot of people trying to play him, but I don't think Moon Knight is that strong. You can get out of his ult really easily. If you don't have a Groot, he just kind of falls off. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic. Where do you want to put him? I think C or B.
Maybe really low B.
Yeah,
Maybe C. I don't know. What do you?
he's a
I'm
nice.
kind of curious.
I see a lot of them. I don't really usually have a problem with Mr. Fantastic players. I don't really have a problem with them at all. I like the extra pseudo tank that we get with him. I like that he actually drops flyers. Is that right? Like when he does his grab onto them,
Oh yeah, it'll pull him down.
he pulls them down, and you know that's it's. People say, oh, he's not that good at flyers. I don't know, man. I think he's kind of annoying. Like he can really make it so that flyers can't get away. He's kind of, if he can get a hold of them, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I think he's not the worst thing in the world. Plus, he still gets his team up with Invisible Woman. It's not the worst thing.
Yeah,
His
I think
survivability.
comfortably he's like C, bottom C or A, or not A. Oh my gosh,
B.
C or B.
Yeah, his survivability is still amazing. Still really.
Oh yeah,
good.
yeah. He's still annoying.
Yeah,
He's still
and
good.
he
Like,
can still
good
hit
in that
flyers with his
aspect
ult.
for sure.
Surprisingly, people don't know this, but that his ult reaches up to really, really, really high like bounce effects. Like the verticality of it is actually it goes up high. Even though he's slamming on the ground, the bounce effect hits up high. It's actually not the worst thing. Namor. I feel like Namor has genuinely fallen off a lot. I think he's like what, in a B spot right now. I feel like he can be
Yeah.
okay
I
against
honestly,
flyers, but I don't know.
yeah, I think it's fair.
He struggles against. There's a lot of double shield right now. He shoots a little too slow. The squids kind of just get destroyed by a lot of the flyer aspects. His ult got buffed, but the thing is that you kind of want him for anti-dive. There's not really a whole lot of that right now. He's not the worst, but I don't think he has
That's
a great
true.
spot.
He like, I kind of feel the same with like Hulk as I do Namor. Same with like Cap. Is like Cap is a good like anti-dive to just like dive the enemy supports and stuff like that. I feel like Namor, if there's no dive, he's just really not that good right now. Like,
Right.
and the chances of that like you running into dive is not likely.
Right.
So I think he's just kind of he lost his mojo for a little bit.
What's your thoughts on Penny? I think Penny has gone up.
Mm,
I've seen a lot more people run her lately.
I kind of want to put her in the same area as Moon Knight.
Okay, everything I just said.
Everything I just said out the window.
Out the window. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually enjoying playing her with the team ups and stuff.
I don't know. Do you agree with that, or do you think she's better than I? Personally, like from what I've played, I feel like she's just still not in a great spot.
On certain maps right now, if you do have a rocket and you have a really good tank to support her, I actually think she's really good. Certain maps, not all maps, certain. That's why I feel like I'm okay with putting Penny in a C situation. just because certain defense maps she can do well. She can do pretty decent. Um, but that's
Okay,
just
wait.
me.
How
Let me.
about we put it? Yeah, put in
I
D.
see where you're going with that. I can tell in the tone of the voice. We're gonna
Yep.
be generous. We're gonna give her D tier for dominating.
Yep. She's so bad.
Psylocke. Actually, I still
Oh,
think
pretty
she's
good.
S tier.
Actually, good. I think she's really good right now.
I think she is
So
the pick to have right now. The off meta counter pick. Like
yeah,
she's
I
great.
am. I think you're right on the money. I think she's either high A or S.
She is really good right now, in my opinion. She's good against flyers. She's actually really good against flyers. Her alt is still really strong. She does kind of fall off with the aspect of the double shields. Like if there's shields in the map, obviously she loses like some of her value on her alt, so you have to be really smart about it. But she can deal with a lot of the supports right now. That she can kind of just get in there, do really well. She's still really strong. Still has her team up with Emma. It's not as good, but I just realized that Emma's actually not even in here. Let me just add her real quick.
Yeah, I think Psylocke being so high up is also another reason that I think Moon Knight is so bad. For example, like I think Moon Knight is one of those characters where they just get like hard punished from like it sounds weird, but like Moon Knight is so bad against dive, right?
Right.
I feel like Psylocke is one of the few like pretty good dive characters right now.
I would agree. Um,
So I feel like that's why like Moon Knight he's terrible into. I mean he's terrible into Psylocke, right? Is that crazy?
which one?
Moon Knight is terrible into Psylocke, right?
Um, Moon. Yeah, it's like one of his worst matchups.
Okay, yeah, that I think that lines up to what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Moon Knight is like like worst matchups for Moon Knight of all time is like Spider-Man, Psylocke, Star-Lord, um, Black Panther, like things that get close to him. He really doesn't have a great time, especially Psylocke. She can completely just hunt him down, and there's nothing he can do. So I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think. Oh,
So
what do we
S2,
think about Rocket?
I think he's fallen off. I think he's still good, but I think he's like A tier now.
Uh,
I feel like
I can agree with that.
his alt isn't as good as it was. People know how to deal with it now. His heals still are solid, but I think I would much rather have the big three. Invis, Loki, Luna. They're just way better right now. And Rocket's still fun. He's still good. He's not. He's a great pick. Like you're not throwing if you're using him, but you're also, he's not. He's not as great as he once was. I'll say that. Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Oh, just easy F. She just doesn't have a place.
Yeah, that's
She
all that
just
needs to be
doesn't.
said.
Yeah.
Dude, can we give her E because she has the rare skin in the game?
She's E. She's E in our hearts.
All right.
Second worst.
On to the next one. Spider-Man. Okay, so here's my thing. Spider-Man got nerfed with his team ups. I get it. I still think he's not the worst character in this game.
I think.
I think he's like C.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I was gonna say like C or.
Like he's definitely. I think a good Spider-Man, still really good, really strong. Obviously, he loses some value in terms of he loses some value on his like you can't pull off maps because flyers, obviously, but he is really
Yeah.
good at fighting flyers. Like he's really good against them. He's always been good against them. He does struggle a little bit against, I guess, maybe say shield tanks or Lokis, right? He struggles against those. He struggles against Hela, Hawkeye, things that you obviously he can lose to, Psylocke really easily. There's a lot of things that counter him, but he's not the worst hero right now. Like he's not the worst, nor is he the
Yeah,
best.
definitely not the worst.
All right, now the 200-hour character that threw our game.
Okay. Wait, you think she's C or
No,
D?
I think
I was
I.
gonna say I think she's B.
You think she's B? Yeah, I would kind of agree. I like her new upgrades. She seems like she's fun. She's not terrible. She can struggle against flyers if you can't hit your shots, but she's really good against a lot of other things. And the ability to like kind of just take care of crowd controls when the characters aren't when they're not running flyers, she's actually pretty good. I think she's really slept on. She's really good. Like she's a sleeper pick against Groot. And everyone's
Oh
like,
yeah, I think if they're running like
Thing Groot,
Thing, Groot, any dive if they have it.
Shields. She's really good against shields.
Oh yeah, immediately breaking shields pretty much.
Yeah, dude. She is honestly Junkrat, dude. Like in her own right now. Like Junkrat was really good at like breaking shield. He was a shield buster. You know, he was essentially that, right? She is like that now. Like she's like. It's funny. We were running the tournament and someone was running Groot against us. We didn't ban the Groot, and I play Groot, but we didn't want to run the Groot in this tournament. So what ended up happening was we had a teammate that actually has a secondary, like his second most played character is Squirrel Girl. He's a Lord Squirrel Girl. I said, get off Hella. I want you to go Squirrel Girl. And Chris, he was like, say no more. Elf was like he was all
He
about it, dude.
immediately swapped.
He was like, I'm down, dude. He was so excited to break out the Squirrel Girl. And it was funny because we went through the first point on attack on the Wakanda map in like 10 seconds. He completely tore down the Groot walls super fast. We got onto point super fast. Mocha got 2 picks because he didn't have to worry about the Groot walls. And we got on point. It was instant. It was instant. It was fire push. And it was just really funny. He went right back to Hela right after that, and it worked out. And I was like, dang, like, she's not the worst hero, but she's obviously it's gonna be a while until she's meta. So
Yeah.
Star Lord, Mr. Star Lord.
Still feel like he's good.
S tier or A tier? Because I'm gonna be honest. I think he might be he's really good this season in my opinion because flyers.
Yeah, I want to put him in A. I think
Safe
he's
A?
a safe A. Yeah,
Safe A.
safe
Okay,
A.
we'll go with the safe. I will say though, I think he is just one step away from S, if anything.
I agree.
He's really, really, really good. He does lose to Hawkeye and Hela pretty often, more often than you'd think. He can lose to Psylocke. He kind of has a 50. I think he gets like 50-50 against Psylocke for the most part. But he is still really strong. He just loses to Mag. He loses to some of the characters on the S tier list. If you're not running at him, but he's not a wrong pick. And other than that, I mean, Star-Lord's just in a good spot right now. He's a lot better in now than he was last season. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Storm.
S.
S
Easy.
tier.
It's easy S.
Put her at the front.
It's not even close.
Put her at the front. I'm just gonna put this like there. These are I'm gonna put them in front of the supports because awesome. Storm right now. Do you want to take this or do you want me to say it?
You got this.
Storm right now is just so goated. She gobbles people up with Jeff Tornado. She's really strong. She's got a great ultimate. Did I mention she has a really good ultimate? I think she's got a good ultimate. And above all else, she can she can boost her team and make them shoot faster and more harder. Anyways, not shoots faster, but makes them move faster, makes them shoot stronger. She's just
This character just made you lost your mind.
I don't hate Storm. I'm a Lord Storm. I'm a Lord of a lot of heroes, but Storm is actually one of my pocket heroes. Like if I really want to win a game, I sometimes whip her out when I need to because she can carry, but her ultimate right now is just too strong in this meta, and she's getting perma banned every game, and so it's just kind of a rough situation because it's just rough, and that's all I'm gonna say. Mr. Frank Castle, the Punisher. Where do you want to put him? A or
The
S?
Punisher. Let me think. I think A.
I would agree. I think he's in front of a lot though. He's like up here. I'm gonna put Strange up here, and I'm gonna put uh this dude here. I think this
I
is.
still feel like Strange is not A.
It's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
It hurts my soul. It's
um,
hurting me.
no, I mean it doesn't really matter where we put them as long as they're an A. I will say though, what character we talk about? The Punisher. Punisher's really good. Obviously, he deals with flyers really well. He deals with Groot. He deals with shields. He deals with a lot. Does get countered by Magneto pretty hard.
Yeah.
But he can tear down Storm pretty well, actually. But for the most part, I think for the first time in a long time, Punisher is deserving of a very high ranking tier, and I'm happy to see it because Punisher's awesome, and we love Punisher. Mr.
Okay, hold on. The Thing is a wild card here, in my
No,
opinion.
he's a sleeper. He's actually a.
I think he's kind of a sleep, like actually a sleeper. I don't
Apparently,
actually.
here, let me cut you off. Apparently, the Thing right now is in a lot of pro play.
I feel like he's a sleep. Okay, here's the thing though. You know why I
Okay.
say he's like
Okay.
he's a sleeper?
Hold on.
He's either terrible
Pun
or he's
intended
amazing.
or no pun intended.
Not even intended. Like here's the thing. He's either so
It
like
depends.
I don't know if you agree with me on this. He's either like Jesus in the lobby or he does absolutely nothing. Like there's not really. It's either like he really fits in, he does his job well, or he does absolutely nothing and gets destroyed.
So
And like in my opinion.
here's what I found out. In pro play, there's a lot of people apparently there's some really good players using the Thing. He's really good against shield based heroes. He's really good against Strange. He's really good against Magneto. Two tanks right now that we're seeing a lot of. The Thing in general is also just really strong against, he does decently well against. He does okay against Emma. She can grab him, but for the most part, that's really about it. Like he's still kind of he struggles against flyers.
Wait, I feel like against Emma Thing is like he gets put in a body bag.
He does kind of get put in. I'm maybe being a little gracious, but for the most part, he does do really well against Thing and Magneto because of the shields, and he's a brawler. And then he does really good against the Hulk. He does really good against Venom. He does really good against just about anything that wants to move. He does good against Psylocke. He does good against a lot of things. He's got a pretty solid ult against grounded base heroes. He is a wild card for sure. He's definitely not an S tier hero. He's not. I wouldn't say he is the strongest of A's, but right now, depending on what you're fighting, if you're okay with flyers being above you, if you can him fighting tanks versus tanks is not the worst thing in the world. He can fight tanks, and he can do well. He does struggle against Groot and Emma maybe a little bit, but if you find yourself against a double shield comp, Thing is really good against them. Thor is F, and then E, Venom. No.
Thor is unironically Thor's F.
You think he's really that bad right now?
I think he's definitely either E or F. Like, and that's me being generous.
You think Penny's better than him?
Yeah, I think so. Like, genuinely, Penny is better than Thor. Like Thor, like I don't know how to describe it.
I feel like
he's unplayable. He just doesn't work. Like,
yeah, it's kind of rough.
He just doesn't work. He's not functional right now.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine if they gave Thor like the Hulk treatment, where if he touches a flyer, they come down?
That would be
amazing.
That would be broken.
I mean,
actually, I don't know. That wouldn't be that bad. I mean,
cool.
If you push Strange, it cancels his flight.
A Thor that's good against flyers. I mean,
did you know that?
That makes
sense. If you hammer push Strange, it makes him fall down, but
it makes him lose his concentration.
Maybe that would be a good buff for him. I don't know. I feel like he's not very functional right now. He doesn't feel honestly, he doesn't feel rewarding.
He doesn't.
To be honest, like gameplay wise.
All right, Mr. Venom.
Venom, I think A.
I think
B
he's
or A.
really he's
A or B.
I think he's really good. I think Venom right now is in one of the best spots he's been in a long time, other than the dive meta that we had.
Uh-huh.
He's good. There's not a whole lot of CC, and he's not terrible. He's got a good sustain. I think he's really strong right now, and not a lot of people are actually using
Definitely
him.
good.
He doesn't have the best team ups obviously right now, other than the Jeff team up, but
Mm.
um, yeah, I don't know. He seems solid. Bucky,
Bucky,
A or B, or do you think S
I
tier?
think A.
I
Definitely A.
I think Bucky's amazing. I think Bucky
He's
is
still really good.
still really good. Great against flyers with his E ability, where he shoots out his energy ball. He's really strong in that aspect. He's, I think, overall like a really strong hero still. And if you get rid of Hela, Hawkeye, I think he is really solid right now, especially because of his grab. Lot of good things that are going on with him. And then there's
Wolverine.
Wolverine, your bane to your existence, Chris, your best friend.
Oh, he's so cancer. He has to be A.
You think A?
Yeah, definitely above Strange. Like Wolf literally folds Strange into a pretzel and like eats him for lunch. Like he's so. I don't understand how this character is allowed to do this to Strange. It shouldn't be legal. He's so good. I feel like he's such a sleeper right now. Actually, I don't even think he's a sleeper. I think it's pretty well known he's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we're down to our last
Yeah,
two heroes. I'm gonna say Emma. We're gonna do Emma first.
yeah,
Just
Emma S tier.
S tier hero still, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Fantastic hero.
way too good.
She's still really, really bonkers. She can shoot flyers now too. I mean, she nerfed their diamond form. I still feel like it didn't really meet. It wasn't really at all changed. I think she's still the best tank. I don't really like having her in my matches. I'll play her. I play her and Mag, but I don't really enjoy playing these two anymore. I would say this season I'm more of an Ultron main myself, and I stay as far away as possible from those two. But she's just good. She has everything you kind of want right now. She's got good durability, solid ult, good range,
Yeah.
good grab.
Like Emma is literally just like one of those little pocket knives that have like a little scissors, a little like nail clipper, a little like she has like a little tool for everything.
Yeah,
And in her kit, it's too good.
yeah. Um, and then
Ultron.
Mr.
I actually think Ultron
Ultron,
is S. I think he's
you
S.
think he's S? Really?
Yeah.
Even over
Do you agree with that? You think he's S?
I think he is A. I don't think he is an S tier hero. I think he's strong. I think he's great.
I think he's S with triple sport.
I think he's S.
He is really triple sport Ultron with the right comp is really strong. Or like Iron Man.
I can see that with triple. If he's double support, he's A. But if it's like triple support, he's really good. Like, because
Yeah,
he's
because like
realistically just a DPS
I
hero.
always give them the best conditions when I'm ranking them. That's why I think Adam's A. Or like why I think Adam's pretty high up.
Yeah, I'll give that. I think he's S tier in the right conditions. Um, but if he doesn't have those conditions, he'll fall short to A. But like, it's not even that bad. Like, this character's damage output is just way too. He is actually just a straight up DPS with miniature heals. Just
Yeah, he is.
yeah, and like, I got roasted. I got a hexa kill in one of my short videos recently. It hit like 20K views, and it's so funny because there was like, I used my ultimate and I had to make a choice between healing my teammate or getting like their entire backline that was like combined. And right when I turned on the ult, I got a comm that saying I can heal him, so I didn't bother. But you don't hear it in the video, and it's funny because I completely wiped out their entire backline with like 3 or 4 blasts of his ult, and we won the game because of it. This character is like, he is like the Moira in my opinion of like healers in this game. You can use his ult to either damage or heal. You do what you want depending on how you do it. It's completely alternative. Like you can choose how you want to go about using it, but it's really good, and it feeds Magneto's ult really fast. Sometimes it'll even pop his. It's almost like Punisher. It'll actually pop Magneto's bubble or his ultimate ball way faster than they realize.
Yeah. I mean, his like burst damage for that final hit is absurd if you hit it.
Yeah, it's very strong in this current game. But I'd say this is our tier list, Chris. How do you think? This looks so scuffed.
This tier list looks crazy, but I honestly I kind of like this one. We've had so many disagreements in it.
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
it.
it's good to disagree. I think it's healthy. You know, it's okay that you're wrong, Chris, and I'm right. But
It's
you
okay that
know,
you have no good opinions and I have all the best.
imagine.
I don't know.
No,
I
but
like it. I actually feel like pretty confident in this. I feel like.
I feel like it's not terrible. I'm gonna be checking my tier list, and I'm gonna be comparing this to like say other people's and see how far or how close. But for the most part, Chris, I think that is about it for today's podcast. It's fun having you again on board every single week. This week, we have a couple of more events coming up this guys, so please don't forget to get your guys' skins and all that other stuff. Also, I wanted to make a quick announcement. I'm going to be uploading a little bit more than just the podcast. We're going to be doing more guides in the next couple of days where I'm going to be kind of walking through things. I just kind of wanted to do a slight small self promo on this. I'm doing more guides as of upcoming, and I'm streaming more often. So if you guys can, please don't forget to follow me and Chris over on our channels. That would be great. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. What is your guys' thoughts on how we were wrong? And it's okay that we are wrong in your opinions because we did super well in the tournament, so we know everything. I'm just joking. No, imagine if I was actually that cocky. That'd be so mean. No, but really, though, let us know in the comments. What is your guys' thoughts on some of our choices on this tier list? I actually would really like to hear you guys specifically on this one, since this is a very different, very different meta that we're in. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and let's discuss. And also, one last thing, if you guys ever want to play with me or Chris, I play a lot of quick play. If I'm not on ranked, I play a lot of quick play, and I am not opposed to playing it for hours. If you guys ever want to play with me, leave a comment below asking me to play, and you can add me, and we can have some fun games.
We also can try to set up some community games.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting to. I really want to do that.
Yeah, if we get enough people, we could do it for sure.
Yeah, I'd be down to do that while we stream. I also want to do a community tournament pretty soon for some fun games and prizes. That would be sweet.
That'd be pretty awesome.
But yeah. But all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and check out. Thank you guys again. This is episode 41 of the Marvel Rivals podcast. Very close to 50 episodes. There it is. I said it again. All right, guys. Peace, y'all.